One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was released in 1975. This is directed by Milos Forman, written by Lawrence Hoban and Bo Goldman, based on One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Casey, and we have a cast including Jack Nicholson, Louise Fletcher, Will Sampson, and various others. We have Christopher Lloyd, Danny DeVito. Really, really solid cast. And I was hesitant to watch this because I wondered if I should read it first. And I kind of deliberated a bit and ultimately decided that if I wait to read it, it's probably going to be a while. So I decided to just jump in and watch it. And I'm pleased to say it really, really lives up to the hype. And it's rare that I feel that about films. This has 8.7 out of 10 on IMDb across 1.1 million reviews and ratings, which is absolutely insane. It is a multi-Oscar winning film. It won Best Picture, Jack Nicholson won Best Actor, Louise Fletcher won Best Actress. We also have Best Director, Best Screenplay. Needless to say, a lot of people love this film, and I completely understand why. It focuses on a character called R.P. McMurphy, and he's called Randle McMurphy. And this is set in the 1960s. He is supposed to go to prison, but he fakes having a mental illness and is sent to a mental institution instead. And it's about his time there, his influence there, and whether or not things go according to his plan. Obviously, that seems like the better option for him rather than having to go elsewhere and do hard labour. Whether or not that pans out, I'm not going to say. But the character writing across the board is brilliant, but particularly with our protagonist. Really, really strong character, really fascinating, really fabulous performance. The setting works really well. They made great use of this space. There's a lot to interact with. There are a lot of characters to interact with, and given the location, there are a lot of different personalities, a lot of people with their own problems, and I think there's a really great realistic variety there, which I thought was done very well. And it is quite an intense experience. I'd say for the most part, it never slows down. It's over 2 hours, and ordinarily, as a rule, films don't need to be over 2 hours. There are exceptions, and generally I'd say this is one. There may be a few things here and there they could take out without losing anything, but there wasn't really any point where I thought that doesn't need to be there, that doesn't add anything, that's slowing it down. Everything felt like it had value, and the pacing was absolutely brilliant. It is just constant. It is definitely a film to sit down and become immersed in. I feel like if you were to just watch this as background company, I think there would be too much that you'd miss because there is so much here, so much quality, so much substance. And to follow the characters' journeys, it's absolutely brilliant. And I don't want to say anything else. I don't want to give anything else away, but it is a really solid film. And as I said, I hesitated to watch it. I decided ultimately to watch it because of Danny DeVito, so I would have watched it eventually. But I did wonder if I should read it first. And I'm not against reading the book. Usually I don't like reading things that I've watched. I will do it the other way on. I love reading things and then watching adaptations to see how the vision differs to maybe what was in my head. But actually with this one, I wouldn't mind reading the book at some point, but I'm glad that I decided to watch the film first. Really solid film. I wasn't sure if it would live up to the hype because many films don't. But I'm pleased to say that I think One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest does live up to the hype. It is a solid narrative, great cast and performances. The technical aspects are all very good. The settings work really well. I have zero complaints about this. It is rare that a film is constant from start to finish without ever really slowing down. It is so rare that a film of over 2 hours has basically no fluff and padding. As I said, there may be a few things here and there that could be removed without really losing anything, but the bulk of this film has value, and that is so rare for any film, but specifically for a film of this length, and that's a really solid achievement. I won't say any more. I won't give anything else away. Thoroughly recommend it. Very impressed with One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.